like, okay, always rise above. Always know that just because someone hurt or harmed or pained me, that is not the end of my story.
Exactly.
There's something to rise above, and in rising above, it heals. Again, it heals me. It heals her. It heals like the future generation. You know, like we literally should just look at our family's life stories, the things that they overcame, as lessons, so that we don't have to learn, like learn through like. I don't know. It's getting me to think about like what we're reading in the Seed of the Soul, like learning through wisdom, right?
Girl, so you have a choice to learn through wisdom or doubt and fear.
Yes, like you
so
can
powerful.
choose, and that you can choose. You can always choose.
Yeah,
you can choose to learn from what you've already seen someone go through. You can learn to look at the circumstances that you've already faced and say, okay, let me learn from what I've already learned before, rather than go through this brand new.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a lot. But
You know,
that's what's on my mind.
Also, too, I think about getting over a situation, and you know how, like, when, for instance, like a breakup, for instance, and you're like, oh my God, like when I get over this pain, I'm gonna feel like X, Y, and Z, and you start to your body starts to experience that future feeling that you want to have, right? And I think about when you gaze, or not when you gaze, but when you allow yourself to be consume yourself with that feeling. I believe that you start to move towards that even quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the intention that you're trying to walk in. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, I am committed to having or feeling empowered after this season of heartbreak, or I'm committed to feeling like I'm gaining my power back, or whatever. And you start to walk in that. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like you're gaining energy and like setting things in motion. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and another way to try to get over a situation or overcome a situation for sure.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Wow. Okay. We just released our Patreon page, y'all. If you are not familiar with Patreon, it is a fantastic place where creatives all over the world position themselves to receive support for the work that they put out in the world, right?
Black Girl No.
Yeah, for 3 seasons, you all have been listening with and to us. You have been sharing your stories with us, and we have been responding to them.
Yes.
And our podcast has really been your go-to conversation for all things wellness, self-care, self-love. We really always try and uplift, affirm, and inform through curated conversations, right? Favorite guests of yours, who are all phenomenal women making necessary waves within beauty, within wellness, within health. So we're here to continue to provide this for you.
Absolutely.
And we have a Patreon space for y'all to go and support at whatever kind of tier that you would like to support at, which allows us to cover expenses directly related to the podcast. Y'all, it costs money, right?
It does. All the coins.
Studio sessions, we record all this magic.
Yeah.
Fair compensation for our dedicated podcast team. Various costs associated with hosting the show, and we want to secure opportunities to bring the podcast to you in your city. So we're really, really excited to take this on the road, and in order to do that, we do need more support, right?
Yes, we do, honey. And we just want to thank y'all in advance, because we know we're rolling with some day ones, A1s, who are going to come through for us.
Shout out Pookie.
Yeah, I am about to fly out of here. But yes, we are always in a constant state of gratitude, because, you know, as visionaries, we are always in positive expectation. And, you know, we feel like we've cultivated such an amazing community of people who want to support us and who are looking forward to having more Black Girl and seasons in the future, which are going to come y'all way, you know, y'all's way. But thank you in advance, and, you know, go to our Patreon, blackgirlandome.com/Patreon, or did I say it wrong?
Patreon.com/blackgirlandome.
Yes, see y'all there. Thank you for your contributions to the squad.
So we have a couple more here. love.
Y'all be going deep, honey.
Yes.
Y'all want the real.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I am a longtime yoga practitioner who has long wanted to see yoga become more accessible in communities of color. So I've been following your career for the last 2+ years, and I'm so happy to see how far BGIO has come. I have been increasingly dedicating more of my also very limited personal time and energy to creating healing, healthy spaces for women of color, particularly Latinx and Spanish-speaking immigrants in Chicago. I'm really inspired by your work, and I'm reaching out to invite you to coffee or to a meal to speak with you about your path. This is coffee right now, girl. I would specifically love to learn more about your journey to date, the lessons you've learned launching, growing, and sustaining BGIO. So this is more kind of career and brand and community focus, which I also love. I currently have a demanding career in philanthropy, but I'm personally very passionate about holistic health and wellness, especially for women of color, so I'm seeking to connect with other women in this space who are doing exactly that. In the process are inspiring me to further pursue my passion in new ways. I love this. So I think you're in a great place because while you said your career is demanding, you can learn so much from the field of philanthropy that is directly going to relate to the direction that you want to take as a aspiring entrepreneur.
Yep.
Y'all always view, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, always view whatever you are doing right now as an investment in your future career.
Because it is.
Yes. That's even how I started to shift my mentality when I was working within the restaurant space. Like, serving people cocktails and like random little calamaris and fries and just being like, what? How does this relate? It did, because guess what? I learned customer service like the back of my hand.
Yep.
I worked off and on in the restaurant space for 10 years. Do you know I talked with every type of person? I talked and dealt with every type of frustrated person. I can smile and grin and give you love regardless of who you are. And that is a skill. That is a tangible skill. That does not come overnight, believe me. Again, I talk with every kind of person you can imagine. And that directly translates to what I'm doing now. I'm very front-facing in all of the work that I do in my work. And I can deal and have dealt with just about any situation that you can imagine already. And the way that I'm able to move throughout those situations is in many ways directly related to the ways that I had to move within all these kinds of mini crises that would happen within the restaurant and customer service field. And so, again, if I would have viewed that position as, oh, this isn't related at all to what I want to do, I wouldn't have opened myself up to this wisdom and these skills.
Absolutely.
So really take a step back and realize, okay, how is what I'm doing right now? Philanthropy, like, you're learning about so much, I'm sure, and you can directly connect that to your future aspirations with your career. I think it's great too that you are reaching out. I think sometimes we get into our heads that no one's going to want to talk to us, that people who are already kind of on their way or who have made it or who are doing what they're supposed to be doing won't be willing to connect with us and talk with us about how we can create our own. Y'all, that's how Black Grown Home started. I reached out to Janice at the encouragement of a friend. I added her on Facebook, saw that she was popping, traveling the world, did this, that, and the third. And I could have been like, oh, I'm not going to reach out to her. She's not going to want to talk to me. Because even though I was popping, I was still new to Chicago.
Yeah.
And so nobody really knew me. You know, no one knew what I had done before. No one knew the leadership that I have been doing. So I could have, just been intimidated. But I said, no, like, I'm going to reach out to her. And really showing up confidently during that first meeting with her, too, I'm sure made an impression on her. And it's why she was so willing to, after one meeting with me, say, you know what, you should start Black Grown Home. You can actually use these resources that I have, my living room of my gorgeous condo downtown. And also, I'm going to connect you with all these people in the wellness space. She connected me with amazing people who have already been trailblazing and leading as Black women within wellness, food, beauty. Like, she's enormously well connected. So I think I say that to say, be confident in even your preliminary ideas around what you want to create in the world.
Yeah.
If I would have gone into that meeting with her and been like, oh, I don't know, she would have been like, okay, well, if she doesn't know, then why am I about to support her and invest in her?
I mean, you have to believe in whatever it is you're trying to get somebody else to believe in.
Exactly. And I went in there confident. And it didn't mean that I had it all figured out,
right.
But it meant that I was confident in my vision, confident in my mission, and confident that it needed to happen. And she saw that. And
Confidence.
she said, I'm about to support her.
And I love that. And thank you, Janice, because you're a real one.
Yes.
But confidence, I mean, it doesn't mean that you have everything together. It's like you were just confident that, like you spoke to earlier, like, my vision is popping. You know what I'm saying? God is going to connect all the dots. He's going to bring me all the right people. And it's okay if you don't have it all there at that moment.
Yes.
You know, but the vision is what's most important. Because without that, everything wastes away.
Yeah.
You know? So, and Black Girl Alone is popping. Thanks to Lauren and her vision, and God, you know, brought her women who wanted to support the vision, the community, exactly,
everything,
exactly.
It all fell into place, and she told me it would. So you gotta trust too that it's gonna fall into place for you.
So how have you sustained, or how have we sustained Black Girl Alone?
I mean, that's still always a work in progress. So I think like Black Girl Alone has grown so tremendously in a relatively short amount of time due to moving very intentionally, due to a phenomenal team that has supported and showed up with their gifts and really served the vision and added, you know, like the special spices and sauce to the
I love that flavor, yes.
You know? And we still have so much more to go. You know, I think most folk know, because it's kind of been in the public conversation, that women of color, Black women in particular, are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, and yet we are the most underfunded, like gravely underfunded, y'all. And so the attention and kind of energetic focus that I want to give into Black Girl Alone more so is financial sustainability, because so much more can be done and so much more will be done when we can have a team of full-time like just leadership and just, you know, we live in a society where we need resources, fiscal, financial resources, in order to really make an even bigger impact. And so I'm really excited about that. So the lessons that I've learned are that one of the lessons that I've learned around sustaining BGIO is not being shy about asking for exactly what I need.
What you need and what you deserve.
What I need and what I deserve. And so if it's in the service of this beautiful mission that is literally transforming lives, because y'all let us know how it's transforming y'all's lives, I shouldn't be afraid of asking for it.
That's beautiful.
You know? And manifesting that just as much as I manifested community, just as much as I've manifested resources in other ways, like manifest that money, make those money moves. You know? And so I've just learned to not be afraid of that and to get over my own worries and fears and limited thinking around deservedness around financial resources to really sustain and build Black women to what it is supposed to be.
So I have a question. I mean, for the entrepreneurs out there, I mean, I get asked this question a lot. It's like, how do I get to a place where I know what to ask for financially to support and to sustain a vision that I have that's going to help the community?
Yeah, because we sell ourselves short. Is that a phrase?
We sell ourselves short?
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
I think so.
Yeah, it is a phrase.
Yeah, because we don't realize that there is so much financial abundance out there. We just gotta ask for it.
There is financial abundance, but you know, sometimes we deal with, well, sometimes money can be a knee-jerking type situation. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about this one time and how, I think I talked about this one time. I was reading, how to be a badass and making money.
No, you are a badass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah. Thank you. That was an affirmation. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You are a badass. and making money. And I remember reading that book, and I was like, ooh, you know, I was like, I got some issues around making money because I didn't want to come off as like money hungry or like, oh, you know, the people in my community are gonna think that all I care about is money, and it's like, I need to eat, and I need to. And the thing is, if you think about other people in their careers, it's like people who work at McDonald's or people who work as a teacher or whatever. They're performing a service to whomever. My service looks different. It just, I mean, for people who love teaching, that's amazing that you're in a profession that you want to be in. For people who work at McDonald's and they love it, that's great. You want to be there. I love the profession that I'm in, but because people who undervalue my career choice and who feel like I don't deserve to be making X amount of money, I have self-imposed guilt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why
you internalize their opinions about what you deserve, which, wow.
That's a whole nother thing.
Things personally.
Exactly. So I know that it can be a struggle to, I mean, now, you know, I've grown tremendously.
Yeah, you have. She'd be telling me what I deserve now. I do.
You are insane. But no, and from mentors and people who are guiding me and like, no, Dion, like, it's okay to be a black woman and to ask for what you want and to get what you want.
Yes.
And you never hear that, especially just black women, period. It's just like, no, like, sell yourself short. They won't say it in those words, but it's like everyone else can benefit.
But it'll be reflected. If you get invited to a panel and they say, oh, we only get to pay you this much, but then you find out who else was on the panel and you're like, they more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a whole situation. Another question I wanted to ask you is, you talk so much about setting intentions and cultivating this beautiful life that you have that inspires me. And so often we hear the term like walk in alignment with this intention or this mantra. What does that mean? Can you break that down for us, sister?
Yes. So intentions are, to me, your agreement with yourself, with God, with the universe, about how you are choosing to show up in your life, show up energetically, philosophically. It's like what you believe in. And it's not connected to what happens circumstantially around you. It's independent of that. So if my intention is I am at peace or I am loved, it means that I am at peace regardless of what this person does to me or doesn't do to me, or what my life circumstances bring or don't bring to me. I am choosing to be peace because I've made this declaration. I've shared and affirmed this agreement between myself and God. So to walk in alignment means then that I am practicing only doing things and only identifying what things help me and support me in this intention. So does it make sense for me to say I am at peace and then the next day I directly walk into a situation that I know is going to threaten that peace? That doesn't make sense. If on a conscious level I've made this agreement to be at peace, and then the next day I consciously choose to walk right into some, like, the opposite of that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that those of us who want to elevate and, you know, to use our friend Layla's philosophy, vibrate higher daily, it is a constant day by day and sometimes minute by minute conversation with yourself, with God, around will this choice bring me into greater proximity and closer proximity to this intention that I have said that I desire? And if the answer is no, and oftentimes the answer is no, and we still do it anyway, because we are in these patterns. And Deanna and I have been reading this book that's been Getting Our Lives, The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav, and he really convicted me in one of his chapters on intentions around the fact that we have not only conscious intentions, but we have unconscious intentions. And if your unconscious intention is stronger and more empowered, and you've been practicing that unconscious intention more, and you don't realize that unconscious intention is going to win. So let's say again, going back to peace. If I have set this this conscious intention of
Mm-hmm.
I am peace,
Mm-hmm.
I move with peace in the world. But our unconscious intention rooted back to our childhood that I don't deserve peace or that peace is not a part of my reality, we're going to find ourselves always in situations of chaos
Yeah.
because we have not yet, on a subconscious level, like released that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. And so that's still
Mm-hmm.
one of the agreements that we're holding on to. And yes, it's that conflict with our conscious intention, but that one actually is stronger because it's been what has been our reality
Yeah.
for, longer than not. So it's just, y'all, it's a practice. Like, it's not as easy as being like, I have this new intention, I wrote it down, all is good.
No, I love that. Yeah, because I think that's what people tend to think. I mean, I know for a minute before reading this book and the 4 agreements, I was like, okay, I'm setting these intentions, but no whole fam, like I don't really see the manifestation of them.
Right.
And like you said earlier, like it is definitely a practice. And I just wanted to ask that question because people just don't know. You know, it's like
I think I'm glad you asked because
it can be very
we need to
elusive.
talk about it in a deeper way, and I think we will this season.
We will
We're gonna
definitely
get
dive
this
into
more.
it. Definitely, because I want you to go into what intentions you have set, and then how you practice those, and like the evidence.
Ooh, yes. And I love that you said the evidence. That's why I love journaling. That's why I love
Yes.
writing things down.
Yes.
Because when you look back and you see, wow, look at all these times that I have walked in alignment and what it's brought into my life.
Mm-hmm.
And look at these times that I've not walked in alignment and look what that has brought into my life.
Yep.
And again, choosing to learn through wisdom rather than through fear and doubt.
That is so convicting.
Yeah.
That is so convicting. And that word choose, every time I see it, I have to highlight it. Because it really points back to the fact that you are not, like, you have choice. You have
Yeah.
freedom in all of this. And I don't think we realize we do everything so subconsciously.
Yes.
Well, I ain't really, no, honey, it goes back to saying you have the power,
Yeah.
essentially. And we act very powerless at times.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited because I'm going to go I have been reading my journal. I love going back and rereading.
Yes.
Just being like, wow, that's
We
going to be a good
convict
episode.
ourselves when we go back.
What?
It's like, ooh.
Seriously. No, that's going to be a good episode.
Yes.
This was just a little snippet
Yes.
of the juice of the amazingness that we're going to dive into for you guys.
Yes.
And we're so excited to read more of your questions.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we talk about a lot, but I'm sure we don't cover every single thing that you'd like for us to. So, yeah, send in your questions.
Yes. And we'll ask some of your questions to our guests this episode, too. Or this season.
Yes,
as
that'll
well.
be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
So
fun.
you can have one of your faves answering your question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I need to ask you a question before we close.
Okay, ask me a question. What's on your mind, girl?
How
Okay.
would you sum up what you have learned so far in 2018 in one word?
Ooh, one word? Come
And
on.
then you can talk about it. Unpack
Oh,
it.
okay.
But
I'm
if you
like,
had to say
girl.
one word.
One word. Sum up this year. Can it be 2 words?
Yes.
Innate wisdom.
Innate wisdom.
Yeah. I realized that like I live in a gray area a lot. You know, I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, I'm going with the flow, or like there's not necessarily a wrong or right thing to me concerning other people, but like whenever there's a decision that I have to make. I think I said it earlier in the conversation with Abena, like I want a clear yes or a clear no, or a clear right and a clear left. And it's so funny because I'm always asking God, I'm like, can you let me know if this is right? Can you let me know if this is wrong? And this whole time I have this compass inside of me.
Yes.
You know, telling me what I should do. You know, this innate wisdom that, you know, I seek to have. And there's so many times when the Holy Spirit is saying go this way, and I'm terrified, so I don't do it, or I just if there are signs or something, I just completely ignore and disregard. And I think that just thinking about 2018 and the transitions that are happening right now in my life, God has been saying, like, you know, your innate wisdom, like, that has been me telling you what you should have done, but it's okay, because I'm going to continue giving you the same lesson over and over and over again until you learn. And so this innate wisdom that I have now is, I'm feeling really affirmed in the decision making process, and I feel like there's something on the other side of this that God has been wanting for me to experience for so long, but because of fear, choosing to, you know, navigate through life out of doubt and fear, I haven't been able to attain it. And now I feel like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm ready to receive whatever it is that God has for me, because it's like He has so much in store for me, and I don't want my fear to get in the way of that anymore. So I mean, that's what that will be the thing. I mean, what the direction I'm going is very scary, is very terrifying. It's not familiar at all to me. But I know that I know.
That's beautiful.
That my innate wisdom is telling me to do this thing.
Innate wisdom.
Innate wisdom.
And realizing that your trust in God also powerfully connects to your trust in yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're so deeply connected.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, girl, it's about to be crazy, but I'm so excited. And also, you can either choose, like I was saying to you earlier, if the direction you're going is going to be fearful, or it's going to be terrifying, or it's going to be like, you know what, I'm ready for this adventure. Like Issa Rae, you know what I'm saying? It's like she's out here, I'm like living her best life, not knowing what's going on, but it's like I'm excited. And I trust the author of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I've trusted him so far. His grace has seen me from every season of life. He's going to keep me like he has before.
Absolutely. And speaking of Issa Rae, what you just said, did you see what she tweeted recently?
No.
She said, let me find it, y'all. I'm half speaking into existence and half shut up, don't jinx it.
Oh, I did see that.
I saw that.
I did see that.
Sometimes that's real. Sometimes we are afraid to claim and name what we feel inside. But then we're also excited that knowing of the power of our word. And it's like both of those can happen at the same time. Like, oh, I want to say this and I know that this is, but then I also don't want to speak to.
But that's that level of doubt, though. That's that level of doubt. You know, this activity that I was listening to this podcast, and this lady was saying she does this creative workshop every morning. So she writes down 3 things that she wants, and then she says why she wants them, and then she writes down why she deserves to have them.
Love.
And
you start doing that. Wow.
And I was like, I started doing that, and it really brought clarity into my life. And she was like, you can't be out here. It's kind of like praying and worrying. They cancel out each other. You can't do that. If you say that you want this and you deserve this and yada yada, walk in alignment with that. Whatever feeling you want to feel by receiving this thing, feel that now. That's your reality. It just has not manifested in the material world. You know what I'm saying? So
the material world is only a small percentage of the fullness of the world around us. Because it's only what we can see. And that's deep.
First of all, it reminds me of that 5th century being in that book, Seat of the Soul.
We are multi-sensory, which includes the spirit realm, which we cannot even see. But that does not mean it's not real. Period.
And that's, girl, first of all, girl, I'm going to throw my shoe.
We're going to have a whole conversation on some of the books that we've been reading and the ways that they've been getting our
entire lives. Woo-wee! Thank us later, because y'all are about to be transformed.
For real.
And Lauren is about to be on a panel with
Gary Zukav.
Yes, she is.
It's about to get real.
It's about to get real, bro.
Wow. Well, I think even though we could talk all day, we can call it a day.
That was cute.
Namaste.
Namaste. Ooh, that rhymed. Girl, come on, rapper.
Poetry.
Breathe easy. Black Girl in Gnome creates space for women of color to breathe easy. Y'all, we have such an amazing team of brilliant creatives who are behind the scenes, but who are so instrumental in making this podcast happen. We'd like to thank Aline Kaz for audio engineering. Khalid B, your ear for music is wildly amazing, and we want to thank you for just creating such an amazing podcast. Bop. Honestly. Valerie Titus Glover, thank you for being an amazing Black Girl in Gnome team member and supporting the podcast. Last but not least, Post Loudness. They are a collective of independent audio shows and podcasts by people of color, women, queer, and other underrepresented hosts and voices. Thank you so much for your support and offering us your space. And last but not least, even though I said that right before, it's all good, to our community members, thank you for your support of Black Girl in Gnome.
Lauren Ash
and Dion.
We are here to give y'all a little sneak peek of what is to come for season 4.
Y'all are not ready for the glow up. Do you hear me? Y'all, we are giving y'all some amazing topics.
We're talking about desire and sexuality.
We educate y'all on marijuana.
The way she said it, y'all. Cannabis and wellness, that is right.
There we go. As y'all can tell, I'm a little like, what Lauren said, y'all. But no, seriously, this is by far my favorite season. And it's because we've just grown so much. I mean, we've been at this for a hot little minute. And just the way that we have the conversation, the way we navigate through topics, and the questions that we're not afraid to ask our guests, it's popping. It's popping.
There are going to be some faves of yours in the wellness space. We got our girl Abena Boama of Hana Hana Beauty. We got our spiritual advisor, Dr. Crystal Jones.
Yes.
Who else?
We have Evian talking